Michael Caine has appeared in more than 6 dozen films. He first established himself as a playboy in Alfie and as a crook-turned-secret agent in The Ipcress File. He won Academy Awards for his performances in Hannah and Her Sisters and The Cider House Rules. His other films include Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Mona Lisa, Educating Rita, Dressed to Kill, The Quiet American, and Batman Begins. I spoke with Caine in 1992 after the publication of his autobiography, What's It All About? He says that an actor's eyes are his most important asset. The actor's voice is his second most important asset.
Having a Cockney accent for a start was difficult, but also it's where the voice was placed. Cockneys naturally talk. I'll try and get up there. It's right up in the throat here. It's rather like John Major, our Prime Minister. He talks like that, and the trick was to bring my voice down to the diaphragm. If you could imagine, if it's right up here in the throat, and then they bring it down a little bit further, like another one of our politicians who talks like that, and it's rather strangulated. But if you're going to boom out in the theatre without deafening the people at the front, you've got to be able to project your voice. And that was the most important thing that ever happened to me with my voice, which was it was placed. And the second thing was that over a period of years, I never went to the normal diction lessons that you had. British actors always spoke terribly like that, and they all spoke exactly the same because they all learned how to speak at RADA, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. And what happened to me is I worked on my own because I was never a trained actor, and I worked on my own voice. So what happened was, as I came out of it with a voice that was correctly placed by accident and a very, very individual accent. My accent is so individual that people who don't recognize me by sight, the minute I open my mouth, they know who I am.
Now, another great role that I have to ask you about your voice in was in Mona Lisa, in which you played you played a crime boss, like a gangster, who
yes.
and Bob Hoskins played somebody who is kind of under you in there, and you were really intimidating him in your scenes in the film. It's a fantastic performance by you. Can you talk about how you used your voice in that? Because you needed to use it in a way that showed real authority and the willingness to intimidate and, if necessary, hurt somebody.
Authority is shown not only by voice but by movement, and what it is first thing in authority is you never move. Only people who are trying to attract your attention with no power move their hands. If you look at aristocracy and really powerful people, they move very little because everybody is awaiting their every word, wish or command, and their voice is very, very slow, because everybody will wait while they have their thought and wait no matter how long it takes for them to say what they're going to say. What you have to add, in this case where I played a gangster, which would be menace, and menace would come if you were, in that I had a gangster accent, which is again a working class Cockney accent, but there is a sort of cheerful, chirpy working class sort of, hello lads, let's all go down the pub and all this, that sort of accent for the chirpy Cockney lad, cheerful little soul. But then there's another one, which is, it's kind of very drawn out, and it's very flat. And so they will actually say things to you. I grew up with gangsters like this, and they will say, I like you. And there's absolutely no emotion in the voice whatsoever. It's like an icicle. They say, I think you're one of the nicest fellas I've ever met. Really do. I really think you're very nice. So, and then they say silly little things. When you know you're in trouble with a Cockney gangster, he'll say something like, well, who's been naughty then? Now, that question means you're probably going to get kneecapped to the floor. But it's one of those things of just flattening the voice out. The voice just flattens right out, no matter what you say. It just flattens.
Now, when you say you're in a position of power and authority, you don't move a lot.
No.
That means you don't blink a lot, too.
No. Oh, that's a trick for actors on film. That I used, and it was told. I think the first place I
Sample complete. Ready to continue?